This absolutely brutal engine swap is easily the highlight of the latest update 1.62 for me. In today's video we're going to be tuning this small little four-wheel drive hatchback and turning it into an absolute money making monster. In this build we're going to be installing this insane 6.2 litre V8 engine. We're going to be tuning it to well over 600 brake horsepower to make this 200 mile an hour missile that'll earn you 1.65 million credits in an hour. Stay tuned and we'll go through the complete build. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by. KCR-Mark here, welcome back to another Gran Turismo 7 tuning video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a car that I've been on and off trying to tune for the last couple of months. It's a car that has a lot of potential in the chassis department, but unfortunately the standard engine just wasn't really cutting it for any money making grinds. It just didn't have the power or the economy, but thankfully the latest update 1.62 gave us an absolute gem of an engine swap. Into this small little four-wheel drive road car you can now fit the absolutely monstrous 6.2 litre V8 out of one of my go-to Group 3 cars. This is a fantastic Mercedes AMG. So stay tuned, we're going to go through the complete build of this fantastic Mercedes AMG A45. We'll end up with 640 brake horsepower and a car capable of well over 200 miles an hour. So we're going to start the build off at Brand Central, where you'll find the car. Head to Germany, you want to go to AMG, not Mercedes. The car's available anytime at all. The very first car you come to, just 64,000 credits, so a fairly cheap base car. Next up we're going to head to GT Autos. On this particular car we're not going to be fitting the wide body kit, just a standard body. We are going to be fitting obviously the AMG engine, which is a pretty reasonable 340,000 credits in terms of recent engine swaps. Still in GT Autos, we're going to head to the wheel shop. Obviously choose whichever style of wheel you prefer. We're going to go for 20-inch diameter, wide width and wide offset. Onto the aero parts, fairly simple for this car. We're just using a Type A front splitter, Type A side skirts and the horrendous Type A rear wing. It's the only option we've got on this car, unfortunately. Okay, so just before we get into the next part of the build in the tuning shop, I just need to point a few things out for you. During the making of these tunes, I buy a lot of parts to try different things out. So when I'm going through these screens, you'll see a lot of items that have got purchase next to them, but you don't necessarily need to buy them. The only parts that you need to buy for the build, I will highlight, I will click on them and I will call them out. All the other parts are ones that are either pre-purchased with the engine swap, so you don't need to buy those, or the ones that I've brought and not used in this specific tune, so ignore those. Okay, so there's no nice way of saying that this car's a little bit chunky, so we need to put it on a diet straight away. So we're going to use stage 1 and 2 weight reduction. We need ballast. We need the fully customised LSD, the fully customised manual transmission, weight reduction stage 3 and increased body rigidity. We want the racing brake pads and racing brake discs. Then we need the brake balance controller, fully customised suspension, racing clutch and flywheel, torque vectoring centre diff, racing hard tyres and then intermediate tyres. So with all that built up, we can head on to the all-important tune. Now this took a while to get right, a lot of tweaking. The standard car handles really well, but of course we're adding 3 times the power and racing hard tyres, so it dramatically changes the way the car handles. And with it being so short wheelbase, it can be a very twitchy car, so this took a lot of tweaking. It's quite easy to eradicate twitchy cars, but you can make them extremely boring to drive. So with a lot of fettling about, I've got this really nice, really nicely balanced, huge amount of fun to drive, and really controllable with that four-wheel drive chassis. So just copy all the figures exactly as you see them here, and you will end up with a great car to drive. So heading on to the next part of the tune, this is really simple. We're using standard ratios in the gearbox. They seem to work absolutely fine. I've just adjusted the top speed to 330 kilometers an hour. We're not using any ballast, no power restrictor, nothing changes on the ECU. We're just using 120 on the rear downforce and 70 on the front. The only other adjustment you can make is a brake balance control. I've set that to 3 to the rear, but that is just purely personal preference. So with the car all built, we can head to track and try out this fantastic car. So just head to World Circuits Europe. Top left, you want the Circuit de la Sarthe 24 hours for the World Touring Car 700. Now the strategy I always like to use on this race is try and make the car last to the end of lap 3. It just gives you more options fuel wise and weather conditions as well. So to do that with this car, just adjust the fuel map to fuel map 3. The car still absolutely flies, and it'll make it to the end of lap 3 fairly easy. Of course this is optional, there's lots of different ways of doing this race, and I don't tend to usually get into this race too much because there's so many variables. With the Le Mans race you can have all different sorts of weather patterns, anything can happen really, so I'll just talk mainly about how the car performs rather than the race itself. And as you can see, it absolutely rips down the straight. This thing just breezes past all the opposition. It's absolutely fantastic round the corners. By the end of the first straight, you're going to be hitting just under 200 miles an hour. With a bit of slipstream, you can make that over 200 miles an hour pretty easy. But it's just the way this thing changes direction that's so impressive. It's really, really good fun. It reminds me a lot of the Group B rally cars, the way it changes direction. You can really flick it about and have fun with it once you get used to it. It's just an absolute hoot to drive. So the Group 4 opposition posed no real problem for this car. It's absolutely dominant. By the end of the Mulsanne straight, I've taken the lead on the first lap, and you should just find yourself breezing away after that. This thing just absolutely flies. Of course, we can't go through the video without mentioning the thunderous noise this thing makes. It sounds absolutely amazing. So obviously lots of different ways you can do this race and lots of different strategy you can implement. I went, as I said before, on fuel map 3, so I've made it to the end of lap 3 before I have to pit. Obviously it depends on your weather pattern that you get as well, but more often than not they don't come into effect until the end of lap 3. That's why I like to use this strategy. As you can see, the car's absolutely fine on tyres, it lasts no problem at all. With this strategy you'll have to probably do 2 laps, or you can use fuel map 6 and stretch it out to more laps. Obviously it's loads of different ways of doing it. Yes, hopefully you'll have a lot of fun with this car. It absolutely dominates this race, so there's no need to worry about the AI opposition. You just absolutely tramps them and you can just enjoy the car. I have to say I really enjoyed driving this one a lot more than I thought I would. Once you get used to it, you can just absolutely throw it about. It's just it just seems to handle everything you chuck at it. It just drifts through the corners lovely. It's got loads of traction and just an absolute hoot to drive. So I'll skip to the end of the race. As you can see, a really easy win. Very fast car around this track. 3:56 was my fastest lap, but I would say probably another 3 or 4 seconds could be knocked off that quite easily. It's a hugely fast car around this track, and with that clean race bonus, which is pretty much guaranteed around Le Mans, you'll be getting that 825,000 credits, so 1.65 million credits in an hour. So hope you give this tune a try. Let me know in the comments how you get on. I always really enjoy reading the feedback, and I do try and respond to every comment that I get. So that just leaves me to say cheers for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Hope to see you again soon in another Gran Turismo 7 tune. See you later. Bye.